I'm Patrick.
Welcome to Us and More.
Garfield, you have to be quiet.
That's him being quiet.
Sup, everybody? Okay. So sorry about the 15-minute delay. Oh, great. We have sound. But it'll be well worth it because we got an action-packed hour and 45-minute show for you now.
It was too.
It was too.
Low audio.
Turn up your volume.
Yeah, it is kind of low because ours is at 86. Mine's at 86.
Hang on. You're so needy. That's what you are. You're needy. Oh man, I'm gonna find it first. All right, fill in.
Cue the knockoff version of Jeopardy once again. My arm is soaked. Angel has been drooling on it. He sees me, he drools, and when he's laying with me, he drools even more. My arm is literally soaked with drool right now from the cat. And he looks so comfortable. He's been like extra up my butt lately.
Is that better, Larry? Or is that too much?
Extra up my butt lately. Angel, you're very loud.
Better, Larry? Or is that too much?
This is Forget.
Okay, forget. Okay.
You're a very loud purring cat.
So, like I said, we have a action-packed adventure show. So last week, obviously, we weren't able to... Oh man, the damn camera's messed up too. Because I had to reset the computer.
Are you comfortable now?
Hold on. I'm going to adjust the zoom on the camera now. Whoa, that's too much. There we go.
Ready for my close-up.
Alright. So yeah. last week I had to cancel the show because of my uncle. You know, he passed away. But so we were supposed to do the top 10 places we wanted to visit. So we weren't able to do it last week, so we're going to do it this week.
I was about to say hi. Well, first let's see who's in the box first. First in the box is Larry from Plum Travelers.
Hello, Larry.
He's also kind of was welcoming everybody in and holding down the box, so I appreciate that. After that was Najuma Brown. Oh, UsandMoreYT was in there too. Wonder who
Awesome
that was.
people, awesome.
And now we have Claymer.
Claymer.
I love that name. So Claymer is in the box. So, okay, so let's get started. Now, the way we did this, the way the computer set it up was alphabetical order. So they're not in the order of...
Yeah, this is the top 10 places we want to go in no particular order.
Correct. So,
well, before we get into that, so how was your week?
Long.
It did seem like a very long week.
It was more like 3 weeks in one.
And our lighting is really bad in here. Because somebody didn't mess with the lights.
No, I did mess with it.
Yeah, you always turn it this way.
Because it shines in my eyes.
Well, that's the whole point. They're supposed to.
No, I'm saying like when I was getting stuff out.
Right.
Oh, look. You can see us.
Yeah, now you can see us. Alright, that's better.
Alright.
So, yeah, very long week.
Your hair is getting in my nose and it's making it itch. Okay.
My week was very long, too.
Yeah, it seems like it was like 3 weeks in one.
Like, it was Wednesday, and I'm like, kept thinking it was Thursday. And I hate when that happens, because you're like, today's Thursday. And then it's like,
oh, it's only Wednesday.
yeah, it's
not. No, it's really suckish. Just like, I thought it was Thursday, and it was only Tuesday.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's worse, because then it's like, you have 2 days to catch up to that day. I'm okay.
I'm just making sure you're all right there. So Larry says he is close to becoming an official travel agent.
Mm-hmm. I knew he was.
Good job, Larry.
Not too long ago. So yeah, week. Yesterday. See, it seems like 3 days ago, but I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday we actually had a scary incident. The kids were playing in the front yard. I was
going to put that picture up, but oh well. Go ahead.
Oh, and you can't add it now, right?
No. No, go ahead.
Okay, so it won't let you add it afterwards?
I don't know. I can try.
You can try. I'll tell them about it. Okay.
Just keep talking.
Okay. So yesterday the kids are playing in the front yard, and I'm watching them. I don't let them out of my sight, but I wasn't like out in the front yard. I was right inside the porch area.
You didn't send me the picture though.
It's on my Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Just go.
Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, so this red Jeep Cherokee, like a new red Jeep Cherokee, drives by pretty slowly in one direction, and you know, pretty slow. But I'm thinking, okay, they're probably just looking for something. I didn't think two things of it because we were in a pretty safe neighborhood, and we, you know, anyways, so then I grabbed my phone because he had called or text or something, and I grabbed my phone, and within like 30 seconds, the car literally turned around, came back, passing the kids again on this side of the road, opposite of where he should have been, really slow, and then like stops right at the bushes, like right out here, and puts the car in reverse. And there was a lady walking, and she like speed walks up to the kids and like comes into the yard and as she's coming into the yard, I'm like going out there, and Caitlin's like running in with the kids, and so and then the dogs start barking, and I mean, like, as I see this lady, and I'm like, oh no, you're not coming up here to my kids, like, but come to find out, she was actually protecting them, because what I couldn't see was past the bush where the car had stopped, and when she came into the yard where the kids were, they took off. And the way they were looking was the way they were about to jump out of the vehicle.
Hold on 1 second. Sound's going to go away for a second. Hold on. All right, now that's the vehicle.
Okay,
right
so
there.
this is the vehicle. This is the deep red Grand Cherokee, or Jeep Cherokee, and so it had. This was when it was going this direction, and then it came back going the opposite direction, and then it stopped at the bushes where I couldn't see, like I said. So I come out there, and she was like, "Yeah, they stopped right there. They were looking like three white males. They were about to come out of the vehicle." She goes, I knew they were going to snatch him up. And she's like, I would have fought them off, like, given him my everything. And so she was really protecting my kids, which, I'm more than appreciative of.
So this is why I wanted to do this, because not only did you put it on Facebook, but I wanted to get it out there in the public.
Yeah.
On our show, so that truck, if he happens to watch this show, or it gets
out there
for him to see it, then so be it. But
people need to be aware. Just watch.
Yeah,
I mean, I know more than one person owns that vehicle, color and type, but just be cautious,
And we live in a really good neighborhood. As you see, there's no houses across the street from us. This is literally looking right at my driveway.
We have 3 houses on the street.
Yeah, we have 3 houses on this street, and there's no houses across the street from where we are. And it's a good neighborhood. We've never had a problem, knock on wood, and I'm going to keep it that way. And that's, thank God for our security cameras around the house.
Oh, yeah. So I ended up calling the cops, and I pulled the footage from one of our 3 cameras that are out there. And
we got 3 cameras in the front yard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I pulled footage from just one of the 3 cameras. And so he just kept an extra patrol in the neighborhood for the day and everything. But it was really scary after the fact. Like, when it was all happening, when I was talking to this lady and everything, it was kind of like that adrenaline was really there. But then I stopped, and I sat down with the kids because we were inside at this point, and then it was like my kids, it took me back for like a second, like what just happened, but haven't seen him back yet. Who knows? And just keep cautious and keep an eye out on everything.
Always keep your eyes out on anything, even if you think you're in a safe neighborhood.
I mean, because I did. I mean, the kids played out there all the time.
Kids play out there all the time.
All the time. So it's like, I don't think 2 things of it, because nobody even drives down our road. It's very rare that somebody's driving past us unless you live on this road.
Yeah, unless you live there.
And so it's like, and I know the cars that are in the neighborhood, like on the streets behind us and stuff. And in this neighborhood, like, nobody comes in this neighborhood just to come in this neighborhood. It's not like you would accidentally go into this neighborhood. No, it's one of those neighborhoods, like, you have to actually,
you actually go out of the way.
Yeah, because it's like behind a church and everything. So you have to really like go out of your way to go to our neighborhood. So it's, I don't know. You don't go to this neighborhood just to go to this neighborhood. The GPS half the time doesn't even take you to my neighborhood. So
Well, the GPS also takes you to the wrong house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It takes you out to like the middle of a field somewhere. So like the GPS doesn't even like to go to my neighborhood. So, you know, like you have to really be in this neighborhood for a reason. So, I don't know.
But yeah,
It was scary.
Just watch yourself. You know, watch your kids, watch your family. But luckily, you know, the lady was walking and you were paying attention, so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't want the kids out of my sight. And a lot of people make fun of me because I'm like that overprotective. I want to have eyes on my children at all times. And that's just me. You know, I don't want anything to happen to them. So, and that's just me. And a lot of people are like, you know, they're fine, just let them play. And I'm like, no, like, I'm parking my butt right there and I'm going to watch, you know? So now, they're playing in the backyard. Because there's a fence and it's a little more protected. And I can let the dogs out there with it. And that's the other thing, like, I would have released the dogs.
Yeah. Phoebe will get them real quick.
They better hope my dogs get them before I do because... my dogs would have torn them up.
That's the less of the problem.
Yeah, because...
and Phoebe is quick.
She is. And she's very... To say she's protective is an understatement.
Listen, when the kids are out in the front yard, Phoebe is there at the door watching them the whole time and whining.
Yeah. She does not like to be separated from them. So... And she'll guard their door when they're sleeping. Like, she will literally guard their door at night. She's protective. If you even look like you're going to come up to my kids, she'll meet you at them. Yeah. And you can be super close to them. So I'm telling you, she's protective. Nikki is right there too. Don't get me wrong. Nikki's extremely protective too, but not like Phoebe. Phoebe would kill somebody for those kids.
Yeah.
Like, I don't put it past her. So, yeah.
Well,
that would have been my first line of defense. Just open the door and let the dogs out.
Well, like you said, Nikki's right there, too. So, with the two, Piper's just too old to go.
She would try, though.
She would definitely go out there to help. But Piper's she's an old dog. She's 14 years old, so.
But the other two.
Yeah, the two.
I don't worry.
Yeah, Nikki and Phoebe, between them, that's not happening.
Yeah, they'll be trying to get back into their vehicles real quick. But yeah, so that happened.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're doing this one last, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so it's the top 10. And then one of them kind of doesn't really fit, but does fit. And it was our 11th one because I lost track of, like, the counting. So...
Hey, Eric.
So, yeah, so that's where we're at. So we have 10 destinations and then a bonus. So, again, alphabetical order minus that one.
Yeah, like I said, this is no particular order. It's just the way it...
Yeah, and some of these places he's been to that I haven't. Yeah. Some of these places he'd rather go to more than me. And then there's, like, a place that I would rather go to that he's like, nah, so on. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, they're pretty much, like, we both would be, you know, that's where we want to go. Mm-hmm. And even the ones that, like, the one that you picked and the one that I picked that we both kind of were like, like, I would make the most of it. Like, if we went, I would still go, you know?
Anytime we go somewhere, we're going to make the most of it.
We do, because we live life to the fullest.
That's right. So, surprising... Well, no, I was going to say that, but I can't say it because it's not true. All right, so we'll start from the bottom and work our way up.
Okay.
But, again, these are in no particular order, just...
Alphabetical
order.
So where the computer put it in.
So we'll start with Wyoming.
Okay, because did you start with the last one?
That's just the way it comes up. You're going to have to go down on what we see.
Okay, because I thought... Oh, because one's down there, that's why. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I put the name of the places for each one. But it's fine. Okay, so Wyoming. And this is going to be more so like the Jackson Hole, Yellowstone area. But, we really wouldn't go to Wyoming. The kids went, didn't take any footage. They got brand new cameras and did not get a single picture.
Yeah, not
I
happy
was
with
so
that.
upset about that. Like, video cameras. We got them nice video cameras. Didn't take a single picture. I was so upset about it. So...
Hey, Janan.
So we definitely want to go here. This is Wyoming. You can go with the next one. This is more of the town in Wyoming. It's just a small... This is actually in Jacksonville. Like, this is Jackson... I'm sorry, not Jacksonville. Jackson Hole. And it's just very
I like
small country. You know what it reminds me of?
Fredericksburg.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like Fredericksburg. I was thinking like the Hallmark movies with the Christmas Town type thing.
Oh, my gosh.
I have my homework. Keep going. So yeah, they have a lot of horses out there. A lot of horses. Like, these ones are the wild horses, I believe.
There's a place, I believe it's in Maryland, that we went camping, that they have wild horses. Really cool.
That'd be cool. I just think it's really pretty. And I love the scenery with the mountains. So yeah, this one is, so the mountains, I love anything scenic I can take pictures of. I want to. This is just, it's so beautiful. The water and then the trees and then the mountains and it's just, this is what I love. I love going to the scenic places where...
That's a great place to boondock with a camper.
I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. Go ahead. Eric says, I passed through Wyoming driving from Denver to Mount Rushmore. I love seeing the Wild West towns. See, that's what I want. Have you been around mountains? I used to live at the foothills of mountains in Culpeper, Virginia. So yes,
yeah,
been around lots of mountains. Lots of mountains.
If you know Virginia, it's
the Blue Ridge.
The Blue Ridge Mountains. I love the mountains.
When
don't want to live in the mountains.
In Culpeper, where I lived, the road that you would come down to go to my house, it was lined with like trees, and then the scene that you got was you were at the top of the hill coming down, and you would actually look at the mountains in the distance. Like, it's a very close distance, but you know what I meant. Like, your scene was the mountains with the road.
You realize they cannot see you with all your hand movements.
It doesn't matter. I should talk with my hands.
Okay. I don't know if you're trying to describe to them.
No, it's just how I talk.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, see, that's Wyoming. That was supposed to be the first picture. Well, Forever West.
Forever West.
And then they also have moose there, so that's...
Is that why you want to go to Wyoming?
That's a bonus.
To see a damn moose?
That's a bonus.
It's very amusing.
Yeah, the kids got to see a moose, and they showed it to me on the phone through the binoculars. It was so cool, because I watched it eat. It was really cool. So I want to see a moose, so that works for me. Okay, go ahead.
You sure you want me to lead the moose?
No, not really. I got a delay, so I can watch them here.
This is what I want to see.
Okay, so this is the Yellowstone part. This is Old Faithful, and this is the geysers. There's actually a whole bunch of the geysers there.
So I didn't know anything about this place until I was watching. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him, Traveling Robert.
He's an RVer.
He's an RVer in the RV community, and it is so cool to watch him and all the places that he goes. And one of the stops that he stopped at was this place, and I was like, man, I would love to go there. And
the kids got to go there, but they didn't take pictures.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the kids are killing me.
So we have to go.
We can leave the kids at home.
We can. They've already experienced it. It's all good.
Since they don't want to take pictures anyway.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so this is also in Yellowstone. This is actually with the geysers. This is one of the, what is it they call it? The hot springs area. So this is like sulfur and stuff like that makes it, like that. But this is there too, and I think that would be really awesome to see. It's a whole thing, like the whole area's got either this and like the geysers and everything else
and
like
the
that.
colors are pretty too.
It is so pretty. I would want to see that in person. Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay, so that's Wyoming. So that's one of our lists to go to. And we will one day. So
at least Wyoming, out of probably all these on the list, Wyoming is the most
cheapest
to go to.
Because it's in the States. Everything else we'd have to travel abroad.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we still have to travel for that, but it's on the other side of the country.
But that's nothing. That's still in the States.
Yeah.
So that's all good. All right. What's our next one?
Next one would be Venice.
Venice. Okay, so these are so out of order.
Yes, it's starting backwards.
Okay. So this is actually... Okay, so Venice is in Italy, and it's the town of the flood towns. I mean, that's what it is. And you have to use one of those gondas...
A canoe.
Yeah, it's one of those things. The big, long ones. And to get around. But, I mean, they have, like, a city. Like, you can actually walk around up there. There's, like, sidewalks and things like that.
As you see on this one, there's a boardwalk.
I was close to Venice and Vegas. Yeah, no, that's not the same. Not the same.
Well, we're close to Venice here in Florida, too.
Yeah. Claymare says those are beautiful cities to go to. Gondolas. Thank you, Eric. Gondolas. It wasn't too far off. Gondolas. Okay, but this is actually the hands coming out of the water is actually a little famous part that a lot of tourists go to.
It's kind of creepy.
It is, but in the same sense, it's kind of cool. It reminds me of my dolls.
Yeah.
So
I could say that. Yeah.
So I mean, it's not really that creepy to me. Go ahead. So this is what I was talking about. So they have areas where you can actually walk on. But here's the thing with Venice, even those streets will actually go underwater too. So they'll get a good foot or two of water. And like a good raining season or like, some high tides or whatever. So like you can literally be walking in water like the whole time. But I think it's really cool because even in between the buildings, like you have to take the gondolas. I just think it's really cool. I would totally go.
Eric says been to Rome but not to Venice. He wants to go bad.
Oh, we'll have to make a trip one day. I think it'd be really cool to go. I think it's awesome. Go ahead.
And this is one of the ones that you weren't too fond of, right?
Well, I mean, it wasn't something that I really kind of thought about at first, but then once you mentioned it, I'm like, oh yeah, like we can go to that one. Like I'd want to go to that one. The one I wasn't too keen on.
What are you doing?
No, I was just looking.
We're on the canoe in the middle of the...
Yes. Okay. So this is an alley. Like, that's cool. And it doesn't look too deep in this side, but I mean, I think that's pretty cool. And that's how you would travel. I just think it's awesome. They would never be out of a job unless there's a major drought. I mean, like major drought.
That city's not going to go dry.
Go ahead. This is on Amanda's bucket list. Yeah, see, it's just too beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's literally like a city on water. And you see, like, everybody who's trying to be on land is, like, on the bridge. Because there's not a whole lot of walking space. So, they're making the use of it, right? But see, to go from one part to the other part, you have to be on the boats to get over there. Hi, Angel.
It's Garfield again.
Yep. All right, go ahead. Okay, see, it's separated by boats, and you can actually use not just the gondolas, but they have actual small boats, to get around. And I mean, just tell me that's not awesome. I think that's cool. A lot of these are going to be water pictures, so go ahead.
Yeah, I like it. This is one of the things I really liked about, this city. And I'm a water person. I love water. Like, especially pretty colored water. And, I mean, you could just tell from the pictures that...
I was meant to be a mermaid. That's what I think.
Man, those kids are loud. And this is how you parallel park.
But look at this. This is their buildings. Like,
this reminds me of, like,
really,
Garfield.
Angel,
you can't do that, Garfield. This reminds me of, like, Puerto Rico.
Yes, or like Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires has got lots of colorful buildings. So, I think that's cool. It's very tropical yet
I want to see somebody parallel
authentic.
park.
I think it's really not that hard. They toss it and they just kind of go over to it. I don't know.
Larry says, same here, love water.
It's so pretty. Okay, now tell me you would not love to just be on a gondola right now as the sun is setting and watching that view.
I would not want his job, though.
He'd have to stand a lot.
Stand a lot and you paddle people around.
But it's like a cab.
Or an Uber for water.
Uber. I just get lost in this picture. I think it's so pretty.
This picture looks like a painting. Mm-hmm. I like it.
But yeah, they have like ferries. You can see the ferries down there. The boats. I think it's pretty. I love palm trees. My favorite tree.
This looks like a car parked.
Yeah.
And
that's where it is.
That's where it is.
That's supposed to be the first picture. But oh well.
So...
It's in Italy.
I didn't know exactly where Venice was, but now I do.
But see, here's the funny part. I agree. I want to be in it, but not the guy paddling. Yeah. See, here's the thing. Even though it's in Italy, I mean, I guess I might go see like Paris, but I have no real desire to go to Paris.
Well, Paris, you got to remember, Paris is going to be like a... yeah, every time you say Paris, I think of the chick from Gilmore Girls. But Paris is you got to remember, it's a major city. So it's like Washington, D.C. It's major city.
And maybe that's why I have no desire. But I think if I'm there...
But like when we went to London, I know you didn't. That was BH. But when we went to London, it was a nice experience for the day. It was hustle and bustle. And luckily I learned how to use their underground very quickly because we would have missed our train back to Scotland.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sit there and yawn. This cat's
you act like it's late or something.
I've got fur flying around in my eyes and everything from this cat. Okay, but listen.
See, Eric says Paris is awesome.
Yes, but okay, I think it would be nice to see, and if I'm spending all the money to go over there, I would probably go see it just because, I mean, I'm over there. But it's not like I want to make a trip to Paris. I don't want to make a trip to Paris.
I wouldn't mind maybe no more than a 3-day stay in Paris.
See, I think that's too long.
I would like an extra day in London. I mean, we did a lot of stuff in London in the couple of hours that we were there. Because we were there literally hours. Because we had to take the train from Scotland. Because we had a bed and breakfast.
I'd probably do 2 days if I went. Like, a day... getting there, getting it around, staying the night, then seeing the place, more the next day, and then I'm good going on. It's not. I wouldn't make a trip to Paris. I would make a trip to Venice, and then happen to see Paris.
I would stay in Venice and take a trip to, or toward the end of the trip maybe, do Paris.
Yeah. Right.
Ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is one of the ones that I've been to, but this was BH before heaven.
Okay, you're gonna have to like figure something out.
Scotland.
I want to go to Scotland so bad. Scotland and another place, couple up from this one. I know he's been there, but it is so beautiful.
And I would have to say it is beautiful. Not sure where this picture is, but Scotland is a very beautiful place. We enjoyed Scotland. We drove all around Scotland. We stayed right outside Glasgow, and it was beautiful. Almost got our car towed, but other than that, it was beautiful.
Eric says, anytime you go to Europe, countries are small, and it's so cheap to fly, I have to go to multiple cities.
Well, see, here's the thing, Eric. We took the train from Scotland to London. That was, I think it was like a 2 or 3 hour train ride. Can't remember which one it was. But I enjoyed the train because that was the first time I've been on a train, besides the metro.
I haven't been on a train at all, even metro.
I know. I don't know how you've never been on metro. You lived in D.C.
Because it's a train. I was scared of it.
Scared of the metro train?
I didn't want it to derail. And I didn't want to, like, die in, like, a crash of burning fire. Like, yeah, not happening. Anyways. Next picture.
Are you serious right now?
Mm-hmm. Okay, see? It's beautiful.
So, Scotland is full of these mountains, and it's this greenery. It is breathtaking as you drive around the countryside. It's breathtaking. And like I said, we stayed in a B&B there. This beautiful cottage, and it was so fun. I'd totally do it again.
So Eric says, I took the train for the first time I went to London, from London to Paris, the Eurostars.
Mm-hmm.
Larry says, I've been on every metro in Canada. I have not. I mean, I was on the little, what is it, the toddler train in Busch Gardens or something like that.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
It went in a circle. Okay, and again, look at this. There's colorful. I love colorful buildings. Your hair's everywhere. But I mean, how beautiful is this? I love the tall peakiness of the buildings here, and I think I noticed that a lot with all the pictures I was looking at. Like, it's very, like, everything looks like a miniature castle. And I love the castles and things like that. So that's a feature I liked of the building. Next.
Got to keep all that snow off the tops.
Does it snow in Scotland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it could. Sure, and some. I mean, they're mountains. Yeah, it gets damn cold there.
Okay. That's just breathtaking.
Like, the fog is really cool at the top.
I think so too, and I don't like fog. Fog scares me, but I would totally. I can sit here and read for days, and be completely content.
So you can sit on the side here and just read.
Yes. I'd fall asleep to that. What is it? Pargu is perfect city for castles. I don't know how Pargu is what I'm going to say.
We'll go with that. Close enough. Better than what I was going to say. Just in case you didn't know where we were.
If I known it was going to be so out there, it would have been different. Okay, so this is like one of the cities in Scotland. And see what I'm saying? Like, you see how peaked everything is? I think it's really cool. They all look like miniature castles. Oh, it's pronounced Prague. Then why didn't they just spell it like that? But, okay.
It could be Prague.
No, it's Prague.
But it could be Prague. Like program.
I'm right.
I know you are. But I'm just saying, it could also be Prague.
Oh, there's a purple building. I didn't even see that.
So, they must have ran out of paint going halfway up the buildings, huh?
Probably. Czechoslovakia. Or no, Czech Republic. Oh, sorry, Dwight. Heather is right. Okay.
I never said she was wrong.
Okay. I would totally be on that train. I would take that train because I'd be glued to the frickin' window. I think that is amazing, and I'm afraid of heights and trains, and I would totally...
You used to be scared of bridges.
Yeah, and bridges. No, but that one I'd be okay with. That I think is beautiful. I would be snapping so many pictures out my window.
Unfortunately, this was not our train ride to London. But that does look cool.
That's... I would do that one in a heartbeat. Larry says, I'll take that train. Eric says, that's awesome. Let's see. Okay, and here is one of those what is it? They do like rituals or something. I don't even know. Like it's one of those sacred ground things or whatever. But that's history. But I would still go see it just because it's like one of those ruins and it's really cool and I want to see it. Continue. Oh, that's us.
And more.
Mm-hmm. All right. Doesn't Scotland look awesome, guys? We got to go to Scotland too.
I would.
It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's the Stonehenge. I didn't even know. I just thought it was really cool when I saw it. So, thank you, Larry. He knows more about my destination I want to go to than me.
So, Scotland, I would definitely go back to. So you wouldn't go alone there. Just so you know.
Well, I hope I wouldn't go alone to any of these. Okay. Wow. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Venice was the one that I was kind of... I mean, like, I really want to go, but now that I've did my research and stuff, but I don't know, because I know the other one... Go up. Like, because... This one's like, okay, I have one reason for that. And then that one, I wasn't sure about putting in here, but I want to go. I want to do that one. But go ahead. Next one.
Are you quite done?
Yep, I'm done.
Touching the mouse on the computer.
Okay. So this one is
Las Vegas. Oh,
no.
sorry.
It's Rio de Janeiro. It's in Brazil.
Brazil.
You know what it reminds me of? Fast and Furious.
I know.
Welcome to Brazil. Sorry. It's one of our movies. Anyways. So they just have really cool looking buildings. That's why I had to snap that picture. It reminds me of the Chichen Itza.
It reminds me of the Las Vegas hotel that I stayed at. Shit, I don't remember what it was. Crap, it'll come to me.
You played craps there?
No.
You said
craps. I've never been to Las Vegas as an adult.
That's sorry. Anyways.
Yeah.
So that's one. And Rio de Janeiro has the parades, and I think it'd be so cool to see one of those parades. And I know it'd be really super busy, but it's got to be like Mardi Gras, but like different. less boobs, more
I'm good with the boobs.
more Brazilian steakhouse. Yum. I'm not too big on steak, but okay. But look how many people are just. I mean, they're hanging and sitting on the edges of their buildings.
By the way, it's the Lexar in Las Vegas. I'm thinking of.
Okay. But this is like, look how much parade there is. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be a lot of partying and things like that. So
Mardi Gras.
And I think it would be kind of like the Mardi Gras.
Show me your tits.
No, not that one. Just another little side thing that I couldn't not put that in. It's just this unique feature. I love when I was looking through all the pictures of all the different little unique things. So I think of that, this one was my favorite uniqueness. It's just the little details, I guess. That
the tiles.
Yeah, they're all different. But there was little things around the buildings and around the town and city and that were just like little quirks per se. And I thought it was really cool. And I think a town that can do that, I think is pretty awesome. So, Eric says, I like to watch the YouTube driving videos of cities I've been to. And I watched a couple weeks ago, So Beautiful, never been to. Okay, that he's never been to. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I would totally go. Okay, so this is, I want to say this was the, either capital or the embassy that I looked at. But either way, it's very clean and prestige and like...
Hey, we got palm trees.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty. I would be there.
I would not want to be the person to trim those palm trees at the top.
Yeah. Okay, this is just one.
That's where I want to be.
This is one of the beaches. I guess it's a famous beach. But
look at those mountains in the background.
That's why I want to go there, because you can sit on the beach in the water and look at the mountains and be on the beach and mountains and beaches. I mean, like right there.
And then be like, "What up, beaches?"
Get that. There's yes, please. That's beautiful. And it's so cool. You could probably swim to the foothills of those mountains. Probably. I mean, I'm sure you can, because it's a big loopy thingy.
Loopy?
Like a curve.
Thingy?
It'd be awesome.
Loopy thingy.
I think that's beautiful. I would sit there in the water. Depending how warm it was.
Well, I see some people in the water.
Yeah.
This looks like probably summertime.
Probably. See? Like, that's where the beach is. Just go doop, doop, doop. But then, like, I want to go see that statue thing, because everybody sees the statue, and I want to go see the statue.
Well,
because it's so famous.
If you go to Rio, then you're going to go see that.
No, I want to go up to it.
That's like going to Washington, D.C. and not going to see the Washington Monument. It's just weird. Or if you go to Dallas and then you go see a toilet bowl.
Whatever. We have mountains and beaches here, Heather, but I don't think you would want to swim in our water. It's cold. No, thank you. I don't know.
It's like ice water.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm good.
My well doesn't even pump that cold water.
But I'll go to Rio. Rio de Janeiro. Right, next. And that's the nightlife. That is so beautiful. I want to be there. I would walk around. And I love the beachy nightlife stuff. And I can easily see that being that kind of atmosphere. You know? I mean, like I said, they're that party. kind of city, and I think they would have a good nightlife along the beaches at least. And that's where it is. It's in Brazil.
Brazil.
Come to Brazil.
Brazil. All right, well, it's 10 o'clock. Everybody have a great night.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah. We got another hour.
Oh, yeah. He is from Brazil. I forgot about that. We should have had him come in and tell us about it.
That's right.
The Christ on the Hill is definitely bucket. Let's see. Well, I'm just telling you, Eric. Like, you see all, like, you're just lining up with everything
Eric,
so far with us. So
I know, Eric,
we just need to.
Eric is like
he's
right
gotta be
on par with us.
He's got to be our travel partner. I mean, he just kind of has to. That's just what it's gonna have to be.
Just so y'all know, we are filling in for the Downunder Cruisers tonight. So
we are going over 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
we're going to 11.
We go to 11.
Hey.
We'll take you to 2 Traveling Tour tonight. If we make it. You don't sleep, so.
No, that's true.
All right.
Next.
What's next?
My shirt looks very wobbly in there. Okay, anyways. Okay, so this is where I want to go, and he's kind of like, so one. This is Israel.
I like the water.
It's so beautiful. That's how the water is there. It is so beautiful. And I mean, like, okay, so in the city, it's different. Okay, so it's not like here. It's very, very different. But like this is on the beaches, the beach areas. This is the water. This is beautiful. I would go here and I would see all this. And I'd take lots of pictures. And I'd swim. If there's no sharks. Larry can swim when there is sharks. I will swim if there's no. They have cruises to there. I know they do. I know. But I want to go. This isn't like cruise. I want to go there. I want to spend, like, all these places. I want to spend time there and actually go. My travel list is so long. Haha, says Eric. I mean, hey, let's go. Bring it on. Next. Okay, so this is one of those ruined towns. The historic thing. Again, I would go here. I want to see all these, the historic things to everything. And I really just want to be there. This is one of those places that, like, you can get, like, really attached to. At least in my, like, I want to be attached to this place. Like, I see this and it's like, I want to travel here. I want to walk through these little towns, and I want to touch things, and I want to see it and smell it. I want to be in that. If you're a passionate traveler, your list is very long. It is. It is.
There's a lot. There's even places I've been that I want to go back to.
Mm-hmm. See, I think
St. Martin.
Yeah, I would totally go back to St. Martin.
I love St. Martin.
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, see, this is Israel. How is that not pretty?
That's my house, guys.
That is so beautiful.
This is a live view from my house right now.
But you can see it is a very crowded place. Those buildings are on top of each other.
Yeah, you
but
drive a car down them.
But look at the water.
Ever seen
yes.
Fast and Furious?
I know. They were in Israel?
Oh no. I was thinking we were still in Rio.
No, we're not in Rio. We're in Israel now.
Well, we done left Rio.
Yeah. Okay. Larry says he's actually going to St. Martin in January 2020. It's going to be your favorite place. The beach there is unbelievable. You don't want to, like, do any excursions. You just want to be on the beach the whole time in the water. It's amazing.
And the bargaining is awesome.
Yes.
I love to bargain there.
Yes. But yes, like, this is beautiful. I want to be in that city. I want to be in the city, and I want to interact, and I want to tour it, and, like, you can, I was pointing like they can see. Like, you can see that one. Next.
I had to move that cat out of my way because it's in my way.
Okay. This is like the night stuff. This is, obviously you can tell there's a sunset and everything, but you can see the buildings are literally like on top of each other.
Clearly, it doesn't snow there.
No. All the buildings are flat.
All the roofs are flat.
But they're all different. There's such a diversity in the way their buildings are.
Let me interrupt you on this. Larry said, learned how to bargain in Mexico. Good to know. Yeah, they bargain there too, and there's a nice market right as you come off the...
ship?
Well, what is it? The taxi boat thing?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like the diversity that there is in the buildings. I think that...
Don't try to use the subway bathroom though without paying for something.
Goodness, no.
Jesus.
That's in Rio. We're back here.
Oh, sorry. Well, we're in Israel, so clearly...
Oh yeah, Israel, Jerusalem, yes. Okay. But listen, okay, so this is beautiful. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, next picture?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Like that. I can do that.
Okay, but see, that's part of the scenery. Like, I can get into this. I can sit here and read and
rafting.
Yes, that would be cool. But like, this is pretty, and like you can get, like I said, really attached. Like you can be here. I'm here in pictures, and I'm like obsessed. When I made my list of 15 bucket list places to go video, it was so hard for me to narrow it down to 15.
It was hard to do 10.
It really was. So.
And then we kept naming places that we've been. I'm like, we've already been.
Yep. And the whole thing was we were trying to make it to where at least one of us didn't go. So he's been to Scotland, but I haven't. So it made it legible. Okay, so again, this is one of their like main buildings. I don't know what they call it. I think it's the temple or something.
Larry says he gets excited looking at palm trees, so we just need to send a picture of our palm tree.
You know what?
And then you can make a background picture on your phone.
You know what? All you have to do is get our t-shirt, and it has palm trees on it, and you can get that at Teespring. And
teespring.com/stores/UsandMore.
And you can look at palm trees all you want. In fact, if you get 7 of them, then you can wear one each day of the week, and you will always see palm trees.
All types of different colors.
Just saying. So yes, that's just beautiful, and I would be there.
And we were the original channel with the palm trees, just so you know.
Yes. It's just so pretty. I can stare at this forever.
No, we can't, because we got to keep going.
But I want to. Okay, tell me that's not beautiful.
I like that.
Again, see, you weren't too keen on Israel. What do you think now?
Larry says, nice plug. Dwight made the same plug your last live feed. Yeah, you gotta plug that stuff. Anyway, yeah, I like that picture. I could totally do that.
So, would you be interested in going to Israel?
You might be changing my mind on it.
Ha! It's so pretty. And you can literally, like, just looking at these pictures, you can actually place yourself there. You know? You can be there.
Yeah, I'm there at the bricks right now, looking over at the water.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's probably a trash can, but...
Yeah, right next to it. I would go there, says Larry. See? I would go.
And just in case you didn't know where this was, Israel.
There you go. It's right next to Egypt and Jordan.
And Syria.
Saudi Arabia.
Garfield would like that.
You're not getting out yet.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Broke it. See? Okay, so that was Israel, guys. I want to go. Alright. And now apparently he does too, so...
Yeah, I'd consider it.
You liked it. I did good.
How long did it take you to find those pictures?
Not very long.
Okay, it was like one of the first ones.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to go digging.
I had to go digging for the map one.
Hmm.
For some reason, that one was the harder one to find. But no, like you just pull them up and that's where they are.
Larry says, my bucket list is mainly tropical places with palm trees. You know, I'm good with that. You know, I love, anybody that knows us knows that we love the Caribbean. So, Caribbean's one of my favorite places to be.
Mm-hmm.
I want to visit all the Caribbean islands. All the safe Caribbean islands.
Yeah. So, that was Israel. Alright, so next up is another place that he's been to that I have not been to. But I want to go.
Where's
and
that?
He would go back.
Where's that?
Ireland.
That's Dublin right there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I think it's cool. Again, Ireland, I wouldn't go so much for the towns, but more so the scenic stuff.
So here's the thing. I think you would enjoy Dublin. Because even though it's city, it's not your typical city. It's like what you see here. The buildings are older.
Like Fredericksburg?
Yes.
Like downtown? I liked that. I liked the downtown stuff because it was more original. It was...
We loved Dublin. It was very
Okay.
nice. So, Dublin's a very nice place.
I find that amazing, Dwight, especially since you live somewhere tropical. I have French and Irish background.
Hello, Anthony. Welcome in. Here's the thing, Larry. I've always...
Hey, Anthony, you kind of slipped in. I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
I've always loved the Caribbean or tropical settings. So, even though I live in it now, I didn't always live in it. You know, we've lived in Florida for 6 years. 6.5 years. So... And it doesn't get old. I mean,
doesn't.
I love looking at the palm trees every morning.
I love sitting out there in the morning.
Drinking coffee.
As the sun is coming up, drinking coffee, and just looking at the palm trees in my front yard. And
doesn't get old.
It's so beautiful. I won't get tired of it.
The one thing that does get old, but I had it in Virginia too, is the humidity.
That's the hard part. Especially right after a summer rain and it's like hot as anything outside and then it rains.
Go ahead and say it. Hot as balls.
Yeah, and so like, I was going to say as hot as like a witch's tits, right?
That's
and so it rains and starts to quote like cool things down and then it stops and then it's like you walk outside and you're like, ugh, you can't even breathe. It's so thick. That's when it sucks. Okay. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I seen it.
I remember seeing it.
And it was really cool and really pretty.
Hold on. Larry says Florida is on his bucket list.
Well, you'll be here next year, so. So yes, this. I don't know what this is, but this was really cool looking.
Looks like a crashed spaceship.
It did. It does. Next. I will find that building. Okay, again with the colorful houses.
I think you got a theme of colorful houses.
I do like the colorful
but look at
houses.
the green in Ireland.
I know, it's so pretty. And I love the whole castle looking things and
See, he's officially 365 days till Florida.
there you go. So I love the whole castle looking buildings. I know that Ireland has a lot of old castles in there, so
let me tell you what we did.
Visit all the castles because that's what I would do.
Not you would need like months to be able to visit all the castles. But what we did do is we stayed in a castle.
I would do that.
Overnight. And we also stayed in a mansion overnight.
That's cool.
And when we were in the mansion, we had high tea.
Cool.
Which we never had before, so that was pretty cool. Although, I think it was like $25 or $30 per person for tea and a biscuit, or like something like a cracker.
Couldn't even eat that one anyways.
You could drink the tea.
Okay, so again, this is just a really cool spot. That I love this. Oh, I keep yawning. I love all the scenic things that Ireland has, and this is one of the ones that kept popping up. I don't again know where it is. I just seen it and multiple times, and I was like, okay, that's calling to me. I would hop around on those. That'd be really cool.
I don't remember seeing something like that, but that would be cool.
I don't know. Find the water. Okay, this right here is one of those scenes that it's like...
So, when we were in Ireland, this reminds me of that with the sunshine rays in the background. When we were in Ireland, we actually did see the end of the rainbow in a field like that. And we were going to go find a leprechaun.
That would have been cool. We might have been rich.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll have to go back and try again.
Mm-hmm. Because it rains in Ireland.
Like, look how pretty all those greens are.
Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of different shades of green.
That's what I'm saying. All those different greens. John wants to come back in.
He will. But that's a nice countryside picture there.
And that. There are a lot of waterfall pictures, but I like the waterfall and the, what is it, that lighthouse? That is gorgeous. And look at that water. Look how beautiful that water is. Mm-hmm. I think Ireland's going to have a lot of nice scenic views. And that's what I want to go see. There's a lot of the countryside stuff.
There's a lot of countryside in Ireland. So my mom set up this whole trip, and she didn't use a travel agent, and she did an excellent job, except for one stay on this Ireland trip.
I think I remember you telling me about this one.
So we were jumping around the island.
Okay, so it was you, your mom, your dad,
and Annie,
and your aunt.
Yeah. So all the different places, we did castles, we did the mansion, we did regular hotels, so on and so forth. And then we had a hotel. I don't even remember the damn city it was in. I don't remember. But it was one of our last stays. And this hotel was above a bar. I shit you not.
But your dad was happy.
And it had a co-ed bathroom.
That you share with like everybody else?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part.
And
like, maybe tell me about that.
The room was like a broom closet.
I remember that.
With a bed in it and a small TV.
Wasn't it like supposed to be like a 4-star or 5-star hotel or something like that?
Something like that. And our view was the rooftop of an air conditioning unit.
Eric says, wow. So Larry says, my great-grandparents are from Ireland. Eric says, Iceland has the most beautiful waterfalls. I'm hoping to go there this year. So
my mom felt so bad. She was so pissed. And we're like, look, you did such a great job on this whole vacation, because she planned because we did Ireland and Scotland at the same time for 2 weeks. And she was just so mad, and we ended up canceling our hotel there, obviously. We'd rather sleep in the car than that. And then we found a much nicer hotel for about the same price. same city, I believe it was. I don't think we left the city.
I would be pissed too.
But she was so mad at herself, and we're like, don't take it out on yourself. You didn't know. And she's like, well, the review or the hotel, the hotel website or whatever told us the wrong thing, and it was not 4-star or whatever.
Sorry, yeah, it's like you're on it. Okay.
But anyway, it was an interesting event. I wish I was vlogging then. That would have been the
priceless.
Best. That would have been the best.
Okay. See, this is the castles.
Yeah.
I think I want to see at least one castle. I'd love to stay in one, but I want to at least see one. I think that'd be awesome.
And they have bidets there.
They have bananas?
Yes.
Bananas.
Even in the castles.
That's funny.
And just in case you didn't know where you're going.
Ireland. It sounds more like a hostel than a hotel.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way it was. It really did feel like that.
All right. So that was Ireland. Okay, so
I would totally do Ireland again.
I want to go. I would in a heartbeat. When we started this, we were like the first place I was like, oh, we're going to Ireland.
It was the first place, huh?
Yeah, I said Ireland, and then Scotland, and then a couple other places, and then Israel, and then a couple other places. So, yep. Our list came to us pretty quickly.
Yeah. And it was, like you said, it was hard to narrow it just to 10.
It really was. It was so hard. All right, so Eric had made the comment about something about Iceland has been the most beautiful waterfalls. I would love to see the waterfalls. I'm hoping to go there this year. That is so lucky.
Speaking of Iceland.
Because that's one of my next ones. And this is one of the ones that you were still kind of, you were like, why? It's Iceland. And I'm like, but it's Iceland. Iceland is actually mostly green, and then Greenland's actually mostly ice. Yep, true story. So, yes, Iceland is our next one. So, this is just in one of the towns. It's small, but more modern. And there's a lot of, seating. So, I like that. It's very outside oriented. So, I think that's pretty cool. I love the trees going all the way down. It reminds me of Fredericksburg. So, next.
Actually, this reminds me of, Fort Myers. Fort Myers downtown. Just without all the cars.
Maybe without all the cars. And then look how beautiful that is.
All that ice.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. And that's just one of the countrysides. And
looks like one lonely church up there.
It's probably a church or like a house. I don't know. But that's definitely one of my things I want to see. Okay, one of the things that they have that I think is really awesome is they have the natural hot springs, okay? And they have them all over the place. But this is the main big one that everybody goes to. So, this is naturally heated by the geothermal whatnots, okay? The Blue Lagoon is a must-see. Yes, this is it. That is the most common one, the Blue Lagoon. And, it's like a natural hot tub, and it's warm. It's not cold. It's not a pool. So I would totally be in there.
Looks like a pool to me.
Mm. And it's natural.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That is
see
so
the steam coming off it.
Yeah, because it's hot. Okay, so this is actually a Viking village, and people go to them and they tour them and things like that. But this is actually a Viking village. Vikings lived there. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that's cool. Vikings. Next.
Vikings didn't even make the playoffs. Oh, by the way, speaking of that,
that's not part of this.
Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as they are going to the Super Bowl and going to whip that KC ass.
Next. Okay. That is so pretty. Isn't that pretty?
It looks like they're praying.
It might be prayer stones. You never know. Eric says they have Viking museums. And then he laughs at you. Okay. But that's beautiful. I would go there. I'd find that.
Buccaneers are better than the Vikings.
It doesn't matter.
Just saying.
Look at that waterfall, Eric. Look at that. I need to see that. And that is where he was talking. The most beautiful waterfalls they do everywhere. There's so many waterfalls. It was so hard to pick a waterfall picture because I could have filled it up with like 50 of them. And it was really hard not to say that when you made that comment because it's so true. And if you go this year, and you better take so many pictures and videos, and you better get me some like personal like pictures of it, and I want to see it, and just send it to me, and those are my pictures, okay? So yeah, next.
Are you okay with it?
Yes, but look how beautiful that is. Tyler says, hey everyone.
Tyler.
Just wanted to pop in before I head to bed. It's been a long day at the port. And thank you for coming in and showing your support. Good night. Okay, and so this is winter time, so, you know, maybe.
See? Ice.
There's mountains, so there's going to be ice. This is, like, probably winter time. But, again, look how clean, and it, like, their buildings are just so cool up against, like, the whole mountainside, and I just think it's so cool looking. I'd go into that town.
And just in case you didn't know where you're going,
Iceland. Again, look at the waterfall. See, I at least got away with that because it had the name in it, so I got an extra waterfall picture.
in the waterfall.
In the waterfall.
Yeah.
Iceland's beautiful, right?
Yeah, I can do Iceland.
See? I got you onto 2 places you weren't too keen on. We gotta keep going, though.
We got time.
We got like half an hour.
That's fine. We got time.
1, 2, 3. We still got 3 at least.
We got time. G. Calm down.
Next
is Survivor.
Fiji. I just think Fiji would be really cool. Fiji is very small. So there wasn't a whole lot of pictures, but it is small. But I think it's very organic and very beautiful. Very colorful as well.
Orgasmic or organic?
Organic. Original, like,
Okay.
not tainted type
If you
thing.
were going with orgasmic or not.
No. Like, organic. I know what both those mean. I meant organic. Original. Untainted. Next. See, that's pretty. That's one of the countrysides looking into, like, one of the cities areas. I don't know what building that is, but it's really cool that it has circles punched into it. It looks like Swiss cheese.
Or Connect 4.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I just kind of want to drop the little chips in. Oh my gosh. I think the tire... This is why you can't go on at 10 o'clock. Fucking show's becoming a disaster now.
It is not.
We're talking about Connect 4 in the building.
Well, this is the Connect 4 is way better than my reference to Swiss cheese.
You want to eat the building at least.
And look. Look, he's got a hat, 2 eyes, a kind of straight face, and a collar, and that's his build body. You see it?
Yes.
Okay. I see him staring at me. Can we change it? Again with the colorful stuff. Go back.
Coming back.
Anyways, he's gonna do that, guys. Okay. Anyway, so the colorful buildings again. I don't know.
This is why we don't do 10 o'clock.
Dude. I didn't realize how many colorful pictures.
You're very colorful tonight.
I didn't know I had so many pictures. Oh,
you're the one who got all the pictures.
Because they're so pretty. Eric says Japan and China are both great, but I want Singapore to be my first place in Asia because it's just as beautiful, and they speak English. So Singapore was one of those ones. Again, we can only pick 10. So Singapore was definitely on my list. Japan would be another one. I'm not too keen on China, but Japan I would go to. Philippines. Oh, the Philippines is good too. All right, next. It's a very tall, colorful building. It's very pretty. Okay, I like the colors.
I just want to know what this guy over here to the right is doing.
I don't know. I don't know. It didn't even give a description of like this building. I think it was, I don't know. It's a big tourist picture. Okay, that's just pretty. I would go there I would even sleep there.
What about the one with the tree in the house?
It's not in the house. It's right up near the house. It just looks like it's in the house.
It definitely looks like it's in the house.
It's not.
Looks like they definitely built a tree around the house.
Who knows?
Look, there's boards holding it up on the side.
Okay, I won't sleep in that house, but I'll sleep in the other one. I'll put the kids in that one. Oh, God. But that's beautiful. It's really pretty.
Larry says Philippines is number 1 on his bucket list.
By the way, Fiji is on my list also. It is. It's so pretty. I mean, I would like more of this side of it, like the whole countryside of it version, but versus like the city side.
Did you want to do the Survivor side?
Yes. You do the Survivor side. But Fiji's really small.
Yeah, but
very
you
small.
want to do the Survivor side?
You can, yes, we can walk all of Fiji. You could probably not walk.
I don't know about walking.
But it's there's a very little bit to
you know
Fiji.
what I was thinking. You know, another one that didn't make our top 10, but it was close. Bermuda. I know you would. I love Bermuda.
I want to go to Bermuda so bad. I would. I definitely want to take a cruise there. I think that'd be pretty.
I think Jacksonville cruises go out of there, or go to Bermuda.
This button.
Yep.
And then that's another scenic view. Again, it's going to be not in the city, so it's one of those kind of off to the side. Bora Bora is high on my list. I don't know anything about Bora Bora. I will have to look that up.
Bori Bori.
Bori Bori Bori. No, okay.
Would you like to take over the clicky?
Look how pretty that is.
I mean, you're taking away my one and only job.
Because I did it better. I am all for the countryside. Yes, I think that's where you're going to see most of the beautiful scenes. I
like the clouds.
Yeah, I like how vivid everything looks. How clear and crisp the water is, and how like the trees and the land and things like that. I love the richness of it. I think that's what really draws me into that side. Now Fiji isn't one that those places, like I said, I wouldn't really care to be too much in the city part of it, but I wouldn't mind being on the countryside, kind of boondocking it or whatever it may be. Because because I think it's more beautiful that way.
And just in case you didn't know where you're going,
Fiji!
Fiji.
See how small it is?
Need a magnifying glass to see where it is.
Ironically, Eric, Bora Bora, or Maldives, is at the bottom of my list. Too extravagant and rich for me. Griswold Family Vacays here
What's
says,
going on,
hey,
Danny?
everyone. Hey, welcome in. We're doing our top 10 list, no particular order. We,
Top 10 places we'd like to visit.
yeah, that one. We're working on our second hour, so yeah, it's been kind of fun. So we do have 2 more places to go.
All right, ready to get on the plane?
Yeah, I've got hair in my from the cat. Go ahead. So this one,
Cuba.
Cuba. God, I really need to get away from the colorful buildings.
There you go with the colorful buildings again.
But it's pretty.
It's like I don't know what's going on with that middle building.
But it's cool. It's like a disastrous train wreck that you can't stop watching. It looks really out there.
I like that 50s style car though.
I do too. I do too. Okay. You can knock out Fiji and Australia together. Yeah, you really could. Alright. Okay, again, now this, I like the colorful buildings, and
buildings.
and I know that this is very run down, but I really like that. I like it because it's very authentic. And like that's like when we go to ports and stuff, we don't take the tours around the city. We kind of go off and do our own tours and do our own like excursions because we like to see the behind the scenes per se. We like getting into the nooks and crannies of a town, and this is something I would definitely love to just be able to see and explore because it's a very authentic. So,
Well, maybe soon we'll be able to go to Cuba. Hopefully President Biden will reverse President Trump's Cuba ban. Oh, I like that.
Yes. It's their waters look like their water is very beautiful.
Well, it's Caribbean.
Yeah, and I love it. It's very serene. Like put like a cabana there and like a big swing or something. That'd be good.
Say sex swing.
A big swing.
Oh, sex swing too.
I'm sold on the hut, please. Yeah, I can even do the hut as like a place to stay.
Cuba is one of the cheapest vacations for Canadians.
So this is
speaking of Canada.
This is the embassy. Yeah, this is the embassy.
Embassy?
Embassy, yeah.
What is this, Deep Space Nine?
Apparently. But I thought it was really like a nice
This is for you, Larry.
building.
Is that Larry there?
Probably.
In the front?
So this is just like a sunset view of the city. I think it's very pretty. I think it has a lot to offer. Like looking at the buildings, you can tell it's more like.
Thank you, eh?
I think it's like a city trying to build. You know, they're not exactly where we are standard wise, but. Like they're doing good, you know.
Well, remember, it's they don't have the funds that we would have.
Yeah, but for what they have, like that, it's a nice.
And it's
it's
all
as nice
communist down there.
But it's a nicer area.
Sold to the gentleman from BC. Named Larry. That's great.
That's pretty. Again, I would see a lot of the scenic stuff because I think it's beautiful.
I like that.
I want to ride the taxis.
Colorful buildings.
You know, the colorful buildings. I like color.
I like color.
I like the colors. Yeah, they're just, I don't know. But you see how like that one oddball one is 2 stories higher. Like it had to go higher.
It's actually 2 stories higher. Yeah, it's higher because they had more money.
Apparently.
Than the other 3.
But like I like that because it's unique. It's everything that is very unique.
It actually looks like they added on to it because it looks like the 4 bottom parts are all the same, like material, and then they added on to that building, so it may not be safe. And just in case you didn't know where you're going,
Cuba.
Cuba.
You see how close it is to Florida?
Yeah, 90 miles from Key West. If you go to the southernmost part of the United States, continental United States, it's 90 miles.
All right, let's go.
What'd you have for dinner? Sonic?
I got a hot dog.
No hot dog. Mine's out though.
I've been on this crave of beef hot dogs. Like, obsessively craving them. Next.
Why not buy a boat and go there? Because it's against the law.
Yeah. I have a boat in my backyard.
That's not making it to the... It wouldn't make it down the Caloosahatchee. Alright. This one I'm not too fond of. No, I'm kidding. This is one of my bucket list.
Okay. Australia.
Australia.
Okay.
Everybody knew that this had to be on the list.
Oh, it definitely had to be on the list. Okay. I want to see this. Okay, this is one of the pink lakes that they have. There's multiples of them. And I think it's what is it, the algae or something like that causes it to be pink. But it's so pretty.
Look at the beach on the other side now.
I know. It's so pretty. I'll just look at all the water. Look at it all. Take it all in. Curious, could Canadians drive a boat there? I don't know. Can you? Yes, you don't need a boat license. And then what would you do in Australia but then see
A golf
kangaroos?
course?
The roos.
Golf
The
course.
roos. Is it it might be a golf course.
It looks like a golf course.
It does look like a golf course. But it's pretty. I don't care where I see them. I just want to see them like this. We can go like to where the Downunders went and see them like this. But this is beautiful. This is like, I want to take lots of
We
pictures.
see them in Busch Gardens.
I touched one at Busch Gardens. It was so soft. It was so fluffy.
Are you alright over there?
I am. It's like on what is it, Despicable Me? It's so fluffy. Yep. And that's the Outback.
Oh, is that the steakhouse over there?
Mm-hmm.
You put some shrimp on the bobby?
And the Bob is some prawns on the Barbie. Anyways, that's the Outback. Obviously, I mean, I don't know where it is exactly. I just know that's the Outback. I know there's the Outback and there's a bush or something. Again, I don't know where this is, but I want to go there. I know it's in Australia, but I want to go there.
Don't fall off that cliff, though.
Yeah, I won't fall off the cliff. I'll find a better way down.
That looks like one big step.
Yeah. I'll just stand there and take a picture. I'll read. That's a reading place.
Sit on the edge.
No. Because I don't want to fall. And then that's Sydney. I mean, because how do you not... Watch out for the sharks. Yeah, I know, right? How do you not go to Sydney and and look for, like, Nemo?
The question has been brought up on another channel. that happens to be in Australia, would you walk the top of that bridge? Mom even walked the top of the bridge. Of course, Dad did it.
Okay, maybe. It depends who goes with me.
Me.
I need more than just you. I even need one in front pulling me and one behind me pushing me.
Are you serious right now?
I don't do heights.
Me and Larry and I will go do it.
I'd have to have more.
Sean...
He won't do it. He's afraid of heights.
He's scared, but he said he'd do it. He said he'd do it if I was there. Ask him.
I don't know.
He said he'd do it.
He's afraid of heights too.
I know he is.
Hold on.
So who else do you need besides Larry and me?
I need like a couple people. I don't know.
Come on. It's Larry and me gonna take you. I'll push you, he'll pull you.
Okay, maybe like 2 on each side.
2 on each side. If Mom did it, you can do it. Mom's bigger scaredy cat than you. So, anyway, yeah, I definitely do the Sydney Bridge walk. No big deal for me.
Eric, would you walk the bridge?
Eric said Australia and Iceland were 1 and 2 on my bucket list.
So, Eric, would you walk the bridge? In Sydney?
We need Eric up there too?
Maybe.
That crunching of the ice is going to be very loud in the microphone.
We have a bridge in my town. We used to climb underneath of it when we were younger. It is like this bridge, but smaller.
See?
I would definitely walk it.
Eric will walk.
No!
See? He said yes, didn't he?
If you came with me.
What did he say? If you came with him?
Yes!
See, he did. He's not scared.
Okay, fine. You, Larry, Eric, Sean, with me in the middle. That way I can't back down.
No, you want to keep going forward.
Oh god, that's very tall. I would probably get stuck. I'd freeze. Anyways, okay, so this is pretty. I think this is actually in Melbourne. I think when I looked it up, I saw it. But that's pretty. Just like on the bridge looking into the city. Out on the water. Oh.
Their town kind of reminds me of like the bridge style. Like in Dublin, kind of.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a really huge library in Melbourne, and I want to go to it so bad.
So that's a place I'm not going.
I would spend an entire day in there. Look how many floors that thing has. That's like, look at it.
I thought that was something off of like Hunger Games or something.
No. Oh, the TikTok thing?
TikTok.
That's
TikTok,
a library.
TikTok, 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 TikTok. And just in case you didn't know where your Australia was, boom.
Or dar.
So there you have it. Our top 10 places we'd love to visit. So, once again, it was...
Wyoming?
Hold on. Let's do that. Wyoming. Again, no particular order.
Venice.
Venice.
Scotland.
Scotland.
Rio de Janeiro. Israel. Ireland. Iceland. Fiji. Cuba.
And last but not least,
Australia. Okay, so now we have one of the cruises that we really want to go on.
Time out. Let me put our camera back on.
Oh, okay. So there is one more thing that we really want to do, and it's a cruise.
So this is sort of a bucket list cruise,
Just one.
since we are technically part of the cruising community. Wanted to throw one of those in there at least. Definitely a bucket list cruise, and it's not the Caribbean, Larry.
It's not the Mediterranean, because that was going to be one of them.
So let's check it out. What is our cruise that we want to go to? Really? That's what we start with. Heather.
I cruise on
You'll cruise with him? It's our dream cruise to go with the moose. The moose on board. Is that going to be your service animal?
Kenny! My emotional support.
Emotional support.
That's funny. That's the first one.
Oh my God.
Okay. Next.
So Eric said, I googled pictures of that bridge walk. The view is incredible. So many pics.
Mr. Moose.
Plump Traveler says, "Oh, he's coming to Canada, eh?"
Mr. Moose.
Close, Larry, close. Are we going to be able to finish this?
Okay. Okay. Alaska.
It is Alaska. Close, Larry. Close.
It's the Alaskan cruise.
It's the Alaskan cruise that we'd love to go on.
I'd like to see the moose. Seattle. Seattle. There's no cruises in Seattle. But these are, like, okay, so what I did was I looked up, like, excursion. So, like, this is, like, a walking trail type wildlife excursion or something like that. So, and then there's this train. It's not nearly as cool as the one in Scotland, but it's pretty cool. So,
That's pretty cool.
I would totally do that train.
Look at those mountains. Oh, he said this photo was Seattle.
Look up Alaska. It's one of the ones. Anyways, that's the Northern Lights. To see that on the boat would be really cool.
It's not a boat, it's a ship.
Oh yeah,
Where's
Tyler went to
Tyler
bed.
Tyler's in bed. He sent that to me, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, Eric said, looked like the top of Seattle Seahawks Stadium. Right.
Well then,
No
Google
one said
lied to me.
No one said Heather was perfect.
Whatever.
And Google must have lied. Well, Seattle, Alaska, it's up there somewhere with them.
Okay, and I want to go whale watching. I want to see a whale. I really want to see a whale, even if it's like on an actual just cruise. I'm always looking because I think that'd be freaking awesome. But I know you'd see it on the Alaskan cruise.
Not necessarily a... What are those? Was it a princess ship? Not necessarily a princess ship, but anything really. Any ship. Eric said probably leaving Seattle, heading to Alaska. And then just in case you didn't know what we were looking at, Alaskan cruise.
Maybe. I'm looking at, because one of the things I did look up was the Alaskan cruise ports. So that could have been what it was.
Heather, I'm going to throw in a plug. I have a video with a whale coming up behind me at a dock. So many ways I can go with that.
I know, that's why I snickered.
So, this is our dream cruise right here.
It's my dream cruise.
That's your dream cruise?
Yes.
Would you RV with him?
I would RV with him.
You better make sure you have farmer's insurance, though.
We are farmers.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody, for this wonderful hour and 45 minutes that we were able to do. Thank you for hanging out with us in the first 15 minutes when we were having technical issues. Other than that, we'll be back Tuesday for another edition of the Tuesday Night Live Hangout Show. So make sure you join us for that at 8 p.m. If you haven't joined us on Facebook or Twitter, make sure you do that at UsandMoreYT. You can also join our Us and More Extended Family page on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/UsandMoreYT. And you can get our awesome merchandise at teesprings.com/stores/UsandMore.
We do have a follower who got one of our shirts.
Us and More. No YT on the end of that, just Us and More.
We do have a follower who got one of our shirts, and she'll be posting it on our Facebook page probably tomorrow. Just keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. You ready? This is Us and More. We're living life to the fullest. Bye, guys.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.